In Sinquefield 2025, Wesley So, Prague and Caruana have a tied score. That's why they face in a round-robin match. The winner will be the champion. Prague won his match against Caruana, and then he faced off Wesley So. The opening was Italian game, and it was a steady start. Overall, Wesley is dominating the game. I'll just head towards mid to end game. Prague has a passed pawn, yet it cannot be promoted. So with rook to f3 pressuring this pawn. Of course, rook defends, but Wesley So captured the pawn attacking this bishop. Instead of moving his bishop, he moved his pawn, attacking the knight. Pawn exchange. Then Wesley with a great move, which is knight sacrifice. It can't be captured because there's a discovery, and it will lead to losing position. King moves. Then Wesley with a king move to block the pawn, and also it serves as a shield to Prague's attack. The bishop moves, but Wesley with a pawn push. The pawn takes was forced. Then here comes the fork. And here Wesley was up a piece, and few moves later Prague resigned. Because queen to c6 is coming, and the ruse with this battery. Now the score is 1 point for Wesley, 1 point for Prague and Caruana with 0. It's Wesley So versus Fabiano Caruana. Wesley needs at least a draw to become the champion. The game started, and Caruana with the knight move, Wesley with d5 controlling the center, c4 and e6. They are evenly matched throughout the game. There are some inaccuracies, but it's acceptable since they are both time pressure. But let's go back to here, in which Caruana played rook to e4. Engine suggests to keep pressuring this pawns. On the other hand, Wesley with rook to h8, but Engine suggests to attack this isolated pawn. It might be a problem later on. Rook to f3, still pawn push is better. Rook to d8 by Wesley, although doubling the rook was the best move. Few moves later, and their game is almost finished. And Wesley with the check. Caruana blocked with the rook. The Engine wants the queen to block it, but it would most likely end up in a draw. Queen check by Wesley. It would be the best if rook move threatening the pawn, and clearly Wesley is winning. However, Wesley is contented with a draw, and they went back and forth. The king couldn't move since it will be a checkmate. The final standings was 1.5 points for Wesley, 1 point for Prague, and 0.5 for Caruana. That makes Wesley So the winner of Sinquefield Cup 2025. And because of that, he climbed to the world rankings, putting him at 7th place.